Um, the most awaited interpolator is, of course, the Senior Vice Chair, Stella Kimbo. You have the floor.
Tita naman na pressure tuloy ako. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Of course, before anything else, pinasasalamatan ko ang DSWD. Bakit parang sa araw na to lahat ng mga kongs humihingi ng tawad sa kanilang RD? So, but of course, so thank you very much, DSWD, for being so responsive tuwing kami po ay nangangailangan. Napakabilis ng pag-responde ninyo. At hindi lang si Secretary, kundi si RD, basta lahat po kayo, napaka-responsive. And at the same time, sa staff na naka-assign po sa amin, bilib po ako sa kanila, any day, kahit anong oras, mapalinggo, mapa-alas 5 ng gabi, gabi, wala po silang reklamo. Bilib po ako, ano pong pinapakain nyo sa kanila, hindi ko alam. But thank you very much for diba? I don't know what it is, pero ibang klaseng mga empleyado ang taga DSWD. Mabuhay po kayo. Okay po. So, kami po ni Tita Mila, pareho po kaming advocacy, which is ang social pension ng ating senior. So, actually, medyo pareho kaming ng tanong. So, when we had the TWG meeting for the Universal Social Pension Bill, resource person namin ang commission. And parang, well, at that time, I think it was around January, ang nakuha namin na information from the DSWD staff is na-download na daw ang funds. That was around January. So ang understanding ko is it was for the semestral, for the first semester. So I suppose siguro mali ang intindi ko. So at the start of the year, tama ba na na-download na ang funds for the first 6 months, or how does it go, or for the first quarter?
Madam Chair, just to clarify, we gave it to
the LGU.
Madam Chair, as long as wala ng accountability yung LGU, kasi minsan that's another source of bottleneck, di ba? Pag may unliquidated siya, hindi kami makatop up. So,
It's a region.
no, the monies will be, DSWD will be give sa region, nandyan yan. It's there.
Yes, okay. So just explain to us like
The process.
Yes.
So, at the start of the year, we download to the regions. They have their monthly disbursement plans. So, kasama yan, bahagi yan ng MDP nila. So, these are things that like clockwork, bibigay namin sa kanila. Sila naman, they're tasked to now download further to the LGUs para mas mapabilis yung payout. It used to be 6 months. Yun yung sinasabi ho ni Congressman Magsaysay na it's a bit too long. So, recently, we've turned it into quarterly or bi-monthly. Now, Madam Chair, I forgot to respond to the Congressman Magsaysay. Minsan nahihirapan kami mag-download kasi may unliquidated yung LGU. So, nasa stock sa amin at magiging bahagi siya ng regular payout namin. So, magpe-payout na kami ng AIX, magpe-payout na kami ng AKAP, magpe-payout pa kami ng social pension. So, medyo doon rin ho tumatagal. So, we were really hoping na our LGU partners liquidate properly.
Okay. So, dito sa report natin na 57.97% obligated, what does this mean?
That's been downloaded to the LGUs na at this point in time. Ibig sabihin yung kalahati ng 57 is around 60% of the budget na-obligate na yun, na-download na or na-payout na. Kasi when we turn it over to the LGU, that's already obligated.
Okay.
Whether it's disbursed or not is another question.
Yes, okay. So that's our problem. So as far as you're concerned, minomonitor nyo lang yung kung whether or not pini-payout na ng LGU. So minsan may delay on the part of the LGU.
Correct, Madam Chair.
So meron ba tayong ginagawa para mapabilis ang payout ng LGU?
Madam
Or
Chair,
anong pwedeng gawin?
First things first, hindi sila matatop off, which is also becoming our problem. Hindi na siya makakatanggap ng panibagong replenishment, so to speak. So, kumbaga, the constituents will demand from them. That's one of those self-checking mechanisms. Two, COA, the resident COAs will have to call their attention kasi it's sitting probably in their account and hindi disbursed. So come end of the year, tatanungin ano to? It's
Yes.
probably held in trust, in a trust fund somewhere there. Three, of course, our regional directors will really have to make the calls, the visits, the follow-ups.
Yes, but minsan kasi nagiging discretionary on the discretionary on the part of the LGU depending on their situation. I don't want to make any conclusions, but obviously it depends on what suits a particular LGU. Hindi ba maganda kung DSWD na lang diretso magbayad?
Madam Chair, in some cases, pag hindi talaga na nagli-liquidate, we take the initiative to do so, but it will again boil down to the hundreds of things that's in the plate of our limited SDOs. But we do it in some cases.
No, like itong sinasabi po ninyo na e-wallets.
Madam Chair, that's my second point. We are also looking at basic deposit accounts na lang nga muna eh. But in our focus group discussions, and I don't want to be generalizing, some of our senior respondents were saying, one, hindi kami marunong gumamit niyan, gusto namin cash. Two, baka mawala namin yung ATM namin. Three, uutos namin sa iba, baka kaltasan yun kasi they'll probably make utos sa ibang tao to withdraw. We haven't ruled that out. It's something that's on the table right now that we're studying kasi it will make our lives easier pag direct deposit, direct credit in batches, like what we do with the 4Ps. It's something that's in the horizon but we're studying it carefully kung makakabuti sa ating mga seniors or makakasama. Kasi in my particular case, I've done so many chats with mga seniors of Valenzuela and they always tell me, iba kasi pagka cash namin hawak, kami may control, pero pag ATM, minsan hindi namin makita yung machine. So we're not even talking about e-wallets. We're just talking about basic deposit accounts or ATM. So, but we're studying it, Madam Chair. We're studying it.
And obviously, it's also possible that ang expectation, 1 year, you get 12,000, di ba? However, it's possible that under a semestral basis, it's possible that after you're paid 6 months, pwede kang mawala sa listahan, di ba?
If you die,
No.
Madam Chair.
At any point in time, pwede ka naman matanggal sa listahan eh.
Madam Chair, kasi we would
I mean, it's possible that,
Madam Chair,
as a possibility, right?
it's
So
a
that in the end,
possibility
the
if-
seniors, imbis na 12,000 ang makuha, pwedeng 6,000.
it's a possibility if they are deleted kasi the
Yes.
list will come from the OSCA
Yes,
offices.
because there's no rule as to minimum, maximum, walang rule eh, di ba?
Or if you are deleted or added to the list.
Yes. It just simply says you get 1,000 pesos a month. That's the law.
Madam Chair, you're correct in the sense that it's not an impossibility. It's not.
Yes. So, right now, ilan pong seniors ang covered?
4,085,000.
4 million. Madam Chair, ito yung medyo tricky in the sense na kasi, di ba, pag may namatay sa gitna tapos pinalitan siya, the targets will be bigger. Right now, there's 3.905063 indigent citizens that have been provided social pension. That's 95.59. Yan yung first time, yung first sem. But like you said, baka come end of the year, mas malaki to kasi biglang nag-iba yung individual na nakatanggap in the middle of the year, whether natural attrition or whether nga, like you said, pinalitan.
And what's the total number of seniors?
In our database, universal or are we talking about the indigent?
No, all seniors. So in short, what is the coverage rate?
In the PSA data, it's around 12 million.
So,
But
yes.
in our data, it's yung indigent, diba? 485.
Yes, no, but if we're looking at 12 million, so roughly about 4 divided by 12, only about 1/3 of all seniors
Are covered. Yes, correct.
So, right now kasi, ito, based on my experience, kasi it says, ang covered lang po ay indigent
Yeah.
seniors. Pag tinatanong ko sa mga senior, sino po sa inyo ang senior? Taas ang kamay. Sino sa inyo ang indigent o nangangailangan? Silang lahat nakataas pa rin ang kamay. So, the problem with the term indigent is ang hirap ma-define.
Correct.
'Di ba? Kasi it's really subjective, 'di ba? Yung pag tinanong mo sino nangangailangan, lahat nangangailangan talaga. So, what are your thoughts on universal social pension?
One, it's fair. We're fully supportive of it, and it will certainly make our lives so much simpler.
We love you, Sec. Kasi yan talagang pinaglalaban namin.
We are, for the
our Congress voted unanimously for this bill. Pasado na dito sa Congress. At sana tulungan nyo kami na ipaglaban ang universal social pension sa Senado. Kasi yun ang kailangan namin at this point, Sec.
Madam Chair, we will do our part because we believe in that initiative.
Yes, and para sa akin, Sec, seniors provide childcare. Sa ibang bansa, as you know, childcare is subsidized by the government. Dito, it's not. So parang sa tingin ko, panahon na pag-isipan, we need to subsidize apostolic care. Nakakapagtrabaho ang tayo dahil ako, inientrega ko yung 4 ko na anak sa nanay ko araw-araw, hindi ko siya binabayaran. Sorry, mommy. I think maraming ganon. So kung hindi natin susuportahan ang seniors, marami po ang hindi makakapagtrabaho, especially the women.
Madam Chair, we are fully supportive and we understand that that concept to make our people more productive in a sense. It's a whole cycle of going back to the economy anyway. We agree with it, Madam Chair. If we put it this way, it's an investment towards making our people more productive, our able-bodied or younger set of people be productive part of the workforce.
Yun. And last na lang, Madam Chair, tungkol po sa 4Ps. So again, nagpapasalamat po ang napakaraming Marikenyo na na-delist. So 60% of the 4Ps in Marikina na-delist. And that's the reason for why ako ay lumapit, nagmakaawa kay Sec Rex. And you know what? He's a listener. So nakinig talaga si Sec Rex, and yun ang problema, yung proxy means test na sobrang na talagang luma. And thank you very much for considering the SWIDI. And there are 3 today, no? There are 3 typical reactions. So ang number 1 reaction is, thank you very much, pakisabi kay Sec Rex. Believe me, Sec. Meron talagang tumatanggap na graduate na talaga sila. So, 4Ps works. Tinatanggap nila ng malugod na graduate na sila sa 4Ps. Ang hinaing lang nila is yung payables daw sa kanila dati, medyo na late. So, pinapa-remind lang. O sabi ko, okay, don't worry, sasabihin ko kay RDMJ. So, that's one. But number 2, meron pa rin talaga na yung na-delist at sinasabi nila, mahirap pa rin kami. So pag tinatanong ko, bakit sa tingin ninyo ay base sa SWIDI, bakit parang tila na classify kayo as hindi na poor? Nagdagdag pa kayo ng palapag sa bahay ninyo? And sabi nila yes. Pero again, Sec, I'm sure ikaw ay taga Valenzuela, prone to baha, katulad namin sa Marikina. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na nagdagdag ka ng isang palapag sa bahay mo, milyonaryo ka na. It's a necessity for us to survive. Diba? Kailangan mong itaas ang bahay mo para lamang mag-survive. Hindi ibig sabihin nun na yumaman ka na hindi ka na nangangailangan. So sana ay makonsider yung and I think I've mentioned this to you, so sana yun ang isa sa consideration. So maybe dun sa final pass, baka may mga indicators na yung na sana location specific, that there are wealth indicators that could be sensitive to wealth or income na baka pwedeng ma-identify. So yun po. Sorry, last na lang po. Finally, yung AKAP. Yung AKAP, feedback on the ground. Again, sobrang pasasalamat sa DSWD dahil for the first time daw napansin sila. There's a sector of society na talagang nangangailangan but never daw sila napansin ng gobyerno. So, tama kayo, Sec. I've heard you say this na meron tayong near poor. Ang problema sa atin is yung near poor, hindi talaga nabibigyan ng tulong just because yung hindi ka bumaba sa poverty threshold, nandun ka sa taas ng poverty threshold, but you are very vulnerable. Ibig sabihin, nagkasakit ka lang ng kaunti, ang anak mo nagkasakit, yun na. Talagang bumaba ka na kaagad sa poverty threshold. Ang problema, classified ka as non-poor. So, they were very happy nung sila ay napansin under the AKAP program. Of course, sa NEP, wala ang AKAP. So, I express strong support for the restoration of that program. And thank you very much for, again, telling us and reminding Congress na meron talagang sector na yan, na near poor, na kailangan din alagaan. So, maraming salamat, Sec.
Madam Chair, I'd like to thank the Senior Vice Chair of APRO for pointing out the deficiencies of the proxy means test. It meant a whole lot, not just for Marikina, but nationwide. And it gave us a glimpse of how using numbers tables without stories behind them can be very difficult. But rest assured, Madam Chair, we have never deleted the concept of looking at specific climate adaptation for housing and try to give lesser weight to yung dagdag palapag or wala namang laman yung bahay. Rest assured, in the final pass, we're still working on that last segment, and then we will see to it that we go through it one more time as we promised Congress so many times.
Salamat,
Thank you, Madam
Sec,
Chair.
at sa buong DSWD family.
Thank you.
Pwede.